Hello and welcome back. Today I thought I'd bring you this warm, glittery, festive glam. So for this video I thought I'd go into a little more detail than what I have been. Instead of just listing products, I'll list little tips and tricks that I do. For brows, I'm using Brow in shade 4 and decided to do it off camera because I couldn't see, but I'm loving a fluffy brow lately. To start prepping the eyelids, I'm using Maybelline Concealer in the shade 15, and I like to use this to carve out the brows. I'll always start by doing a messier line, that way I can go in with slow strokes and really carve out my desired brow. Avoiding excessive product buildup, I'm just patting the P. Louise base on the bottom half of my eyelid, and I apply a generous amount just so I can get a real good colour payoff. The palette we'll be using today is the P. Louise palette, and I start by taking the shade Burn and stamping that in the crease and sort of mapping it out as a circle. Well, a semicircle, I should say. Now to start diffusing out that semicircle, I'm starting by taking a lighter orange shade. This is Sun-Kissed, and I'm going to be doing small circular motions with a really light hand. Now using the shade P. Louise on a smaller brush, I'm just going to start diffusing that out and making everything look pretty seamless. So this is a bit of a process because I'm going back in with the different colors just so I don't lose any of them. And grabbing a clean blending brush, I'm just going to make sure everything is nice and blended. Now I'm taking Queen and Martini, which is a red and a burgundy, and I'm just packing that on the outer corner and blending it up into the crease, just so when I have my eyes open, it just looks like there's a whole lot of contrast going on. Now I've never done a cut crease up close, so I was kind of shitting myself. But I'm using Inglot 94 eyeliner gel, and I always use this as my base no matter what color pigment I'm using. So I'm just looking all the way up so I know where to map it out so none of it transfers when my eyes are open. To diffuse the edge, I'm taking a clean bullet brush and just mixing the product back and forth. The pigment I'll be using today is no other than Inglot pigment in 121, and this is a yellow gold. To add a little extra sparkle, I'm applying a few dots of glue adhesive and then packing on Lit Cosmetics Gold Digger. For lashes, I'm using Tatty Lashes in the shade TL Mitchell, and I was terrified of these. They're so thick, so I thought I'd show you the struggle of me trying to put them on. Because they're so curly, I couldn't get my tweezers around them, so it took me a hot minute. Now for photos, when you're taking them on an angle, they look beautiful, but otherwise front on, they are a lot. Foundation today, I'm deciding to give Fenty a go. So this is the Pro Filter in the shade 190. I really liked it. The coverage was so full, it was so easy to apply and blend out. So for concealer, I'm dotting Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 15 closer to my eyelid. Then I'm using a darker concealer, which is the Pro Longwear in NC25, just so I'm not completely ghostly. Now I'm just carving out that eyeshadow line with the same concealer, just trying to make it look really sharp, so in photos it looks on fleek. To the club we all know well. So now I'm just blending out that concealer with a beauty blender. Usually I like to use a brush, and to highlight under the eyes I'm using a shimmery face powder. Now to contour, I'm using Inglot foundation in the shade 84. Cream contour is a bit more natural. I wanted a really glam look, so I thought I'd do both. To blend out the contour, I'm using a Crown Brush C517. This is my absolute favorite to blend out contour. It's not too harsh, it's really soft, so it doesn't take away any foundation. So I always got taught if you're standing directly under a light, you bronze the places where that light would hit, because that's where it's most naturally going to hit due to the sun. So I'm contouring forehead, nose, cheek, and jaw. Not necessarily touches the sun, but it does make me look slimmer. Now I'm just setting the rest of my face using Australia's Fresh and Flawless in the shade Nude. Now I'm sorry you can't see anything that's happening, but basically I've put eyeliner in and I've smudged the eyeliner down and smoking it out with a black eyeshadow. This is probably my favorite part in doing a makeup, and that's inner corner highlight. So for this one, I'm taking Nylon from MAC and it's a loose pigment. Contour I'm using today is Hoola from Benefit, and I'm just stamping out just above the hollows of my cheek. And then the bronzer I'm taking is Hourglass Ambient, and I'm pretty much doing anything I can to blend out that contour line. When my contour is not looking the cleanest, I grab Coty Airspun and just carve out where I want that chiseled line. Now I'm just taking some blush and adding some realness back into this face. I was feeling pretty matte, so I decided to add a Shimmer Brick Compact from Bobbi Brown in the shade Rose, and it's a glowy blush. Now I'm going in with an eyebrow mascara just to get rid of any powders in the brow. I was so impressed with this highlighter. It's from Da Vinci and it's amazing. And then I topped it with Emreezy and oh my god, look at that, amazing. I also decided to highlight my collarbone. I've never actually done my lips on camera, so I thought I would do that today. So I'm using Inglot Colourplay Lip Liner in the shade 312, and I wanted to change it up and do something pretty vibrant. Now I always stick to my natural lip line. Well, let's be honest, it's far from natural, but I don't overdraw it. Just because I don't feel like it's necessary. With lipstick, I made my own little concoction from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So I'm taking the white, red, a vibrant coral, and a bit of pink, and I'm mixing that all together. I always do this on the back of my hem just to, did I say hem? Oh my god. Just to warm up the product. That way it's a lot easier to apply.
Makes me feel just like I should. I turned to Dean Paps and said, hey man, what should I do? He just smiled at me and played that fucking shit.
So to complete this look, I'm adding a pair of red earrings to tie everything together. This is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. Thanks so much for watching.
Shit, what day is it again? And who's this blonde bitch?